Fox News alert, a top Republican in Congress saying his committee will look into allegations that Ivanka Trump sent hundreds of messages about government business from her personal account. Outgoing House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy calling on the White House to provide more information on this, writing to Chief of Staff John Kelly, quote, Mrs. Trump's use of personal email account for official communications may implicate the Presidential Records Act and other security and record-keeping requirements. Joining us now, Congressman Mark Walker, incoming House GOP Conference Vice Chair and member of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, thank you for your time this morning. Where do you stand on what should happen? We heard from your colleague, Trey Gowdy. Where do you stand on what should happen next based on what we're learning about Ivanka Trump and her use of private email for government business?
I certainly support Chairman Gowdy's position on this. Our job is to gather data and gather records, and you are subject to oversight anytime that you're using your personal email to conduct any form of government business. Now, I know my friends on the left are running around with their hair on fire right now, but so far as we know, there's no secret server in the bathroom. There's no acid wash or bleach bidding going on. And this ultimately, not to rehash it, this was about Hillary Clinton's human struggle in life to be able to tell the truth.
So you're clearly marking the distinction between what has been reported about her use of an email and Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server, and which was thousands of emails, obviously, that we're referencing there versus the hundreds here. So, but you think it's reasonable to request more information?
It's not only reasonable, Sandra, it's our job. It's part of the House oversight, the oversight government and reform. That's what we do. Right now, it's just record keeping. It's data collecting. We'll get that information and follow through on it. But whether it's Republican or Democrat, that's our position to follow through on such incidents or matters.
Yeah, we talked to Ari Fleischer earlier on this, and his sentiment was similar. And he also made the point to use common sense here based on what we're hearing and what is reported. Listen.
Use some common sense here. If this was thousands or tens of thousands, then I think you have a real pattern that lasted a long time if we're trying to get around the rules. This sure doesn't sound like that to me.
So we will see where that goes, but where does this go next? The latest in the Democrat leadership fight. Nancy Pelosi wants that gavel again. What do you see happening next when it comes to Democrat leadership in the House?
Well, I saw that where she picked up an endorsement from former President Obama just yesterday. We're not surprised that a lot of moderate Democrats do not want Nancy Pelosi as their speaker due to her hard left progressive policies. But I look forward to working with our conference chair, Liz Cheney, and continuing to get our message of strong defense, specifically in the areas of poverty. Think about this one data point. 10 to 12 million people under the Obama administration were driven into poverty. In the last year and a half, we've been able to rescue 4 million of those due to great economic policies. I know Liz Cheney is going to do a great job. I look forward to supporting her and making sure that people understand the good news that we're trying to accomplish as Republicans in D.C.
Meanwhile, I want to ask you about what is next when it comes to Matthew Whitaker, the acting AG. Obviously, a lot of criticism there over the past and what he has said about the Robert Mueller probe. House Republicans, meanwhile, urging House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy and other House Republicans calling on the president to name John Ratcliffe Attorney General. Where do you stand on that, and what more can you tell us?
Listen, I have no closer friend in the House than John Ratcliffe, but it goes well beyond just a friendship. If you look at his vast experience, we would not know about some of the DOJ and FBI abuses had it not been some of his questioning with Comey and Strzok. This is a guy who is not timid, yet he is measured in his comments, and this is the kind of individual that I believe has the integrity and character to fill such a position. I certainly join Kevin McCarthy, Mark Meadows, and many others who would recommend John Ratcliffe for Attorney General to the president.
Interesting. Congressman Mark Walker, thank you for your time this morning, sir. Have a good holiday.
You too. Thanks.